Hello guys, TRGG here with another video, and in this one I'm going over all of the things that we currently know surrounding the new Azerite Vendor and my thoughts about it. But before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more WoW content. Okay guys, so yeah, we finally have more information surrounding the Azerite Gear Vendor in patch 8.1. So as most of you already know, in patch 8.1 Vacherin is going to be our new Azerite armor vendor. But there is more. We also know the name of the currency, which is going to be called Azerite Impurity. But what we don't know is how much Azerite Impurity we will be getting from our weekly chest and from scrapping Azerite gear. Nonetheless, we do know the costs of all of the armor pieces. For a 355 cash, you will pay 125. Item levels 370 cash will be 400. Item level 385 cash will be 1250. And last but not least, the one for the high-end players with the specific trade ones will cost 3250 Azerite Impurities. Yeah, that's 3 times as much, or almost 3 times as much as the 385 cash. So yeah, I think it's a good thing that there will be a vendor in 8.1, because when the patch goes live in 2-3 weeks, most of us already know by now which trades are best in slot for this raid tier and will remain best in slot until Uldir ends. And that's great, because that means that we can target those strongest ones. But there's also a negative side. I hope you guys can still remember how it felt like to get your best in slot trades early into the expansion, only to see those 3 Azerite pieces with best in slot trades getting nerfed into the ground. I can remember finally getting those 3 Thunderous Blast trades on my Warlock, only to see Blizzard nerfing those into the ground the next week. Same for my Warrior's Test of Might pieces. I finally got all 3 of them, only for Blizzard to nerf them the next week. What I'm trying to say here is that yes, of course, them introducing a vendor to the game is a very good thing, but only when they figure out how to balance the new traits on the PTR before they go live. For me personally, there's nothing more frustrating than not knowing if trait number X will be the best one by next reset. Constantly buffing and nerfing trades during the live version of the game is something Blizzard have to try to avoid. Imagine that during the new raid in patch 8.1, people hold on to high item level Azerite gear pieces because they don't know which one will be best in slot, and at the same time they want to scrap those pieces to get currency for a good Azerite piece from the vendor. I'm not saying that this is going to turn out into a complete disaster, but I do think that Blizzard have to be aware of the fact that they cannot introduce the new traits like they did in patch 8.0, where traits were getting nerfed by 200%. Another thing I would like to bring up is that the trait-specific gear cost almost 3 times as much as the current 385 cash, which will obviously get bumped up in item level when the new raids get released. But on top of that, when Blizzard decides to once again balance out the new traits during the live version of the game, and there are no really predetermined best in slot traits, then honestly, me and my guildies don't really see the point in paying 3 times as much for a trait spec specific piece, when you can buy 3 Azerite pieces for the same amount with the same item level and just roll the dice. Because of that, I really think that Blizzard have to be really careful at how they balance the new traits, because in my eyes, people will only buy the expensive specific trade pieces when they know that that particular trade will remain best in slot for the entire raid tier and season. But hey, I'm very excited nonetheless for the new upcoming vendor in patch 8.1. Bringing back some sort of currency to the game is a really good thing. People need to have something that they can work towards, some sort of goal, and when Blizzard succeeds in implementing new and interesting traits in the near future, then the Azerite system might at some point actually become enjoyable. Introducing gameplay changing Azerite traits and removing the GCD changes is something I'm still hoping for, but we'll see. That's also kind of the reason why I lost my interest in particular in making class guides for BFA, because honestly, the current class design and gameplay is quite underwhelming to say the least. Patch 8.1 will not fix all of the problems BFA has, but Blizzard is already doing a good job at listening to players' feedback. Hopefully in the future we'll see some more good changes, and hey Blizzard, while you're at it, just make a Conquest vendor as well. And that's it for this one, but before I end the video, I have something important I want to share with you guys. In August, I started to get a lot of back pain, and it turns out I have a genetic disease where my spine is constantly getting inflamed. Because of that, I'm currently sitting at home and I can't work. The doctors are doing everything they can to fix me. As of late, I'm streaming again because I most likely will be sitting at home for another couple of months. So make sure to check out my streams and my schedule. A link will be in the description. On my streams, I play all kinds of games, especially now since in BFA I'm not really doing much besides finishing that weekly +10 and raiding Mythic 2 days a week. Like most people, I'm waiting another few weeks for when patch 8.1 gets released, and in the meantime, this is the perfect opportunity for me to finally play other games like Spider-Man, God of War, Red Dead Redemption, and many more. So yeah, I really hope you guys check out the stream. And that's it for this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on the new Azerite Vendor coming in patch 8.1. Do you like the changes? Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and of course go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more WoW content. For the people that are already subscribed, hit the bell icon and join the notification squad. In terms of creating content on YouTube, I will do my very best to make at least 2 new videos a week. And as always, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.